My dear students, today we are continuing with the discussion which we are having in the previous class. I am Dr. Avijit Mujumdar, working as Professor and Director of Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology Pharmacy Institute before you to present the market segmentation and market targeting which we are studying in the previous class. Now, in the previous class we have studied the importance of market segmentation, what are the various bases we have discussed, and we have discussed majorly two bases in the previous one, geographic and demographic. Now, today we are going to continue the other basis of market segmentation. As we know that market segmentation, basically we are segmenting the customers and the people with similar wants, similar needs, we are putting them into a homogeneous unit which we are calling as market. Now, as far as the behavioral segmentation is concerned, it includes the knowledge, attitude, use and response to a product. Say for example, we are purchasing some traditional attire. You will purchase those attires particularly when the festive seasons comes, when puja, Eid, Muharram, this sort of festive sessions are there, we are purchasing those items. So, behavioral segmentation, the customers can be classified into certain segments on the basis of their knowledge, attitude, use or response of the product. Such behavioral variables includes occasions, number 1, marriage, festive occasions. Another base is the benefit sought. Colgate, they have prepared a special product with a special package highlighting the white teeth stops bad breath. Sivaka highlights the therapeutic benefits to attract the customers. Vico Bajradanti and Neem, they highlight the Ayurvedic effect so that the customers who are very health conscious, they will be attracted to those products of Vico. Next is the user status. Another way for which we are classifying is on the user state, X users, fast users, regular users and potential users. And the fourth is the frequency or the usage rate, light, medium and heavy user segment. These are the major 4 bases on which the behavioral segmentation is carried out. Apart from this, we are having a loyalty status, number 5, where we are classifying under the hardcore loyals. Hardcore loyals means they will never ship to other company's product. Split loyals, they have 2 to 3 companies as their brand of choice. Another one is shifting loyals, they shift from one brand to the other. And the last one is the switchers, where they do not have any loyalty of any brand. Today they are purchasing one company's product, tomorrow they will go to some other companies. So, depending on the loyalty status also, the people can be segregated into the following 4 divisions. Next, we are having the attitudes. Customers are divided into 5 groups. One which is having a very enthusiastic attitude, the other one positive attitude, the third one is indifferent one, the next one is the negative attitude and the last one is the hostile customers. So, behavioral segmentation is based on the actual customer behavior towards the product. Some behavioral variables include the opinion, interest, hobbies, the degree of loyalty, the occasion, benefit sought and usage. Opinion, interest, hobbies, this covers a huge area. It includes the customer's political opinions, views and environment, sporting, recreational activities, the art and cultural issues and so on. Degree of loyalty, just now I have told you there are basically of 4 kinds. Customers who buy one brand either all or most of the time are very valuable to the firms, because they are the people, they are the customers who generate the profit. They are the people who are very important to the organizations. Another basis is occasion. This segment is on the basis of when the product is to be purchased or consumed. Next is the benefit sought. This requires marketers to identify and understand the main benefits the customers are looking in for your product. What sort of a benefit the customers are looking in? As I have told you a few minutes back, for Colgate, if the customers are very health conscious, they will go for Vico, Vajradanti and Neem. If the customers are very conscious about the teeth, the white coloration of the teeth, they will also go for the Colgate. See, depending on the benefits which the customers require, we will have to prepare a separate segments. Next is the usage, where some markets are segmented into light, medium or heavy usage. After this process of segmentation, the next base for segmentation is the psychographic. Psychographic, the knowledge of lifestyle can provide a very rich and meaningful picture of a person. That is, the knowledge of lifestyle will provide a very meaningful picture of a person. It can indicate whether a person is very interested for outdoor sports, shopping, culture, reading. What is the nature of an individual? It can be easily serve as a base for the purpose of segmentation. It can include information concerning attitudes and personality traits. Lifestyle can also be used to define a segment empirically. This is also often called as psychographic, as opposite to demographic. Psycho means psychology. So, if we are segregating depending on the lifestyle, we are calling it as a psychographic mode of segmentation. The psychographic segmentation groups the customer according to the lifestyle and the buying psychology. Many business offers product based on the attitude, beliefs and emotional sentiments of the customers of the target market. The desire for status, enhanced appearance and more money are example of psychographic variables. The knowledge of lifestyle can provide a very rich, meaningful picture of a person, as I have told you earlier. The psychographic segmentation groups customers according to the lifestyle, activities, interest, opinion and values. So, finally, the importance of the market segmentation. The main objective is you need to understand your customer. The final and foremost objective is you need to understand your customers, identify the unstated attitude towards your product, develop newer products, increase advertisement response, thereby gradually increase your market share. The why instead of what for the purchasing decision. You have to constantly hammer the mind of the customer that why they should go for your product. What is the unique features of your product? What benefit the customers will get from your product? This you need to continuously target, hammer in the mind of the customers. Increase the purchase size or the purchase frequency. Refine and enhance the value of the data mining results, and finally, the main objective is the main objective is increase the customer loyalty. The customer should be satisfied. You have to understand the customers, you have to frame pathways to create customer satisfaction. The final goal will be the development of loyalty of the customer towards your product. So, advantages including help to distinguish one customer group from another within a particular given market, facilitates proper choice of target market, facilitates effective tapping of the market, helps and divide market to conquer them, helps to crystallize the need for the target buyers, makes the marketing effort much more effective, much more economic, try to reduce the wastage of your effort. Market segmentation brings a lot of benefit not only to the marketers, but also to the customer as well, because it leads to effective utilization of the time. See, nobody wants to listen to a product which is not as per their need. Nobody wants to listen for a product which they will not purchase. So, it produces a benefit not only to the marketers, but also to the customers as well. The other advantages includes help to spot the less satisfied segment and succeed by satisfying those segments by answering to the queries to resolve their issues, by providing after sale service. You need to cater to the need of those people who are not satisfied by your product, otherwise they will go for a brand change. So, the one who are not satisfied, you have to identify the reason and you have to solve it out. The market segmentation makes the marketing effort much more efficient, economics. It brings to the customers as well. Next, after market segmentation, you are breaking the market into various domains, and now you have to go for targeting and finally product positioning. Market targeting refers to the picking a specific group or a small set of group to which the business will advertise. It will be based on the idea that because it is not really possible to make or do something that will please everyone. It is never possible. It is never possible for any company to satisfy all people in the market, never. So, what business needs to specialize, business needs to expertise in one particular area, in one particular domain, then and then only you will be in a position to survive in the long run. So, it is based on that idea that it is really not possible to make or do something that will please everyone. A business has to specialize. Companies select an advertising group to strengthen their brands as well as to get an idea of the potential sales for production or financial purpose. The company will try to get an idea about if a new product is at all required. It may so happen that your product may have reached the decline stage. So, you need to reposition your product. You need to bring a new product and position it fresh in the market. You need to strengthen your brand. That is the purpose, objective of market targeting. There are three main approaches. One is universal, the second one is selective, and the third one is concentrated. It is common for an organization to re-evaluate its target group and related campaigns over a period of time, so that the markets are always somewhat flexible. An organization strategy that combines all of its marketing goals into a comprehensive plan. A good marketing strategy should be drawn from the market research and focus on the right product mix in order to achieve maximum profit potential and sustain the business in the long run. please remember that this market, which you are calling as the buyer market, is highly competitive in nature. They are highly competitive in nature, and if you want to survive in that particular market, you have to create a consumer satisfaction so that they are satisfied, they will purchase your product, automatically profit will be maximum, you will be sustaining the business. So, focusing, targeting the right product mix is the key word. Is you need to product focus, you need to focus on the right product mix so that you are getting the maximum profit benefit. So, that market targeting means you need to focus on the right undifferentiated strategy. Means you are applying the marketing mix. What is marketing mix? 4 P's. You are approaching a policy of 4 P's: product, price, place, promotion. Hitting that 4 P's onto an entire market is what we are calling as an undifferentiated marketing strategy. Very ineffective one. Next is concentrated marketed strategy, where we are breaking the market, segmenting the market, selecting a particular market whom to target, and then applying the strategy of 4 P's to that particular target market itself. That is, you are fixing, you are focusing, you are fixing your arrow to a particular target group. Next is what we are calling as the differentiated strategy. Differentiated strategy means you are breaking the market into various segments. You are breaking the market into varying segments and then targeting the marketing mix separately designed for an individual segment. That particular market mix you have to target to that particular segment. That is, your marketing mix is unique, framed for a specific segment, and then you are targeting that unique marketing mix strategy to that particular segment. That is, segment wise you need to prepare a marketing mix. So, undifferentiated, differentiated, concentrated and customized marketing. This already I have discussed with you. So, after the process of market segmentation, you have done what we are calling as market targeting, but your work does not end there. Your work does not end there. In fact, it is a process by which we are just starting. First step, market segmentation. Segmentation followed by market targeting. Once the market targeting is done, we are coming to the third, that is market positioning. One leading to the other. In market segmentation, we have identified the basis for segmenting the market. Then we have developed various profiles, that is development of segmented profiles. After that is done, we are targeting the market, develop measures of segment attractiveness. Once the attractiveness has been developed, we are targeting our marketing mix to that specific target. Next, the third step, now we are concentrating on market positioning. Develop a positioning for your target market, and finally develop a marketing mix for it. Let us see how to define the process of product positioning. Product positioning refers to all activities undertaken by a marketer to create and maintain the concept of value regarding its brand in the mind of the customer as well as against the competitor's brand. So, repeating again, product positioning refers to all activities which are undertaken by the marketer to create and maintain the concept of value regarding your brand in the mind of the customer against your competitor's brand. See, all customers will try to compare your product with the competitor's products. And in the process of product positioning, you need to create a value in the mind of the customer. You need to create an image in the mind of the customer so that the customers definitely should feel that your product is better, your product is superior, there is justification for purchasing your product as compared to the product of other competitors. So, product positioning is the image that a product produced in the mind of the customers in comparison with the customer's competitor product and also to other products of the same company. So, product positioning is nothing but a process by which we are getting into the mind of the consumers. It is easier if the product or service happens to be the first in the market. Very easy. Say for example, you are the first entrant. You are developing certain unique product. You are the people who have developed a new product for the customer. So, the consumers have no choice. No comparison can be done. They do not have any other alternatives but to go for your product. However, not everything is lost if a marketer is not the first in the market. Do not think that as because there are existing products, you will not be in a position to create an awareness of your product in the market. No. Never lose heart, never think negative. So, it is not that you are lost if you are not the first entrant. So, however, not everything is lost if a marketer is not the first in the market. The marketer needs to make an attempt to occupy a unique position in the customer's mind. This is very, very important. You need to have an unique position in the customer's mind. That is the main theme of product positioning. You can be a leader. The success of a company is not just due to the successful marketing strategy, but the reason is that it was the first in the leader, first in the market, first in that particular product category. That is the reason itself that particular company has positioned in the mind of the customers as a leader. I am the first person to enter into the segment, so I am the leader. If a company is first to launch a product, this point can be reinforced in its positioning strategy. Another strategy for a market leader would be to use multiple brands from time to time. Why multiple brands from time to time? Because the taste of the consumer changes, the requirement changes. So, another strategy for the market leader would be to introduce multiple brands from time to time in order to cater to the changing needs. That is, you are not allowing the customers to slip off your brand from its mind. Positioning of a follower. If you are not the first entrant, if you are not the leader, then automatically you will be the follower. If a brand is not the first that comes into the mind, then it is better to identify an unoccupied position where the brand can become the first. That is what we refer to as niche market. If you are not in a position to be the first one, try to isolate, try to create a niche market where you can be the leader. Next is repositioning. The same product or target market changed in the image of the product may be acceptable in functional terms, but fails because it lacks the desired image. The context in which the customers come into contact with the company are changed to reflect the newer image. That is the basic concept of the repositioning of the product. The product is modified to take it more acceptable to present that new target market group. The customer requirements may have changed and the product has to be modified. Say for example, we are having a product life cycle. The product needs to be modified so that they can serve the needs very effectively. Pitfalls of positioning. There are first is under positioning. The product should be positioned with powerful ideas and communication as they are. We should try to highlight the main features, but normally marketers comes out with a very simple positioning idea and pass it on to the creative department. This is where the strength of positioning gets diluted and the process is called under positioning. For example, Volvo's position as drive safely. Sometimes the idea is not strong, sometimes the communication is not strong, due to which the product positioning fails. There is another approach which we are calling as over positioning. In this situation where the firm initially promotes its brand as a premium brand, I have given here an example of Tanishq jewellery. Customers perceive Tanishq jewellery to be a very high priced brand. Thinking of the high price, being scared of the high price, they do not opt for Tanishq jewellery, but in actual reality, Tanishq having a product line, Tanishq is having a product range for the normal budget also. There they failed due to the process of over positioning. So, you neither should be under positioning yourself, nor you should be over positioning yourself. Depending on the scenario, another pitfall is confused positioning. Marketers should not confuse the customer by meddling too much with the positioning strategy for their established brand. For example, Pepsi once introduced a clear Pepsi with the name as Crystal Pepsi. Customers thought that if it was not brown, then it could not be cola, and as a result the product completely failed in the market and there they have to withdraw. Next is doubtful positioning. Sometimes companies try to create a brand among the customers even before positioning the brand clearly in the market. This is known as doubtful positioning. This is often generates a negative attitude towards the company or towards the brand. For example, many of the .com companies spend heavily on television advertisement without themselves being clear of about what they are wanting to sell. Companies quite do not realize what the customers expect from the product, as a result of which they position the product in the wrong direction. And with this we are coming to the end of the class today. Thank you.